Bonica chose sweat and iron over skirts and pom-poms, and she's never looked back. Because of the warm weather reaching all the way into November, people have yet to go into their own closets for things like coats, hats, and gloves. But the Open Door mission is still in need of these winter amenities. Concussions are more than just getting your bell rung. They're now considered a traumatic brain injury. Officials are doing everything they can to make sure the laws reflect the seriousness of this condition. Michelle's played all over the world, and she brings some pretty big goals to UNO's program. For the Omaha News, I'm Kirby Bridges.
Yeah, okay, my feet are bleeding. I've got blisters.
Not surprising after 23 miles.
I've got this heavy rack on my back.
30 pounds to be exact.
My hips are hurting.
Not enough to stop Sarah Withers from her 10-hour mission.
But in my head, I'm telling myself, well, my uncle suffered years of his pain. All I'm doing is just walking 23 miles.
Veterans and volunteers marched 23 miles to represent the number of veterans who take their own lives every day.
Sarah's uncle was one of those veterans. After seeing combat in Vietnam, he succumbed to many years of struggles and drug addiction due to PTSD.
He pretty much was done.
The VA estimates that nearly 20% of Iraq and Afghanistan veterans screen positive for PTSD, but half the afflicted aren't treated. Many don't know where to seek help, and others aren't open to addressing invisible wounds.
If you weren't there, it's no use talking to you.
Bob Brown is familiar with the isolating feeling of returning home from combat.
No one would ever understand the intensity and the things that you've seen and done.
And with each passing day, 23 of these are folded for deaths that could have been prevented.
I'll put them in the truck.
For the Omaha News, I'm Kirby Bridges.
Despite old age spots and creaking doors, cracks on the courts, and temporary patch jobs, Lincoln's Woods Tennis Center serves over 3,300 players each year, and the local spot aims to inspire some pretty big goals.
I want to be as good as Jack Sock someday.
Recently, Will got to hit with the Wimbledon doubles champ as part of Jack's Sock Day.
Yeah, I was freaking out.
Jack is co-chairing Woods' campaign for a new permanent structure.
Without the support from the people here, without the people who work here, when I started, I wouldn't be where I am. And to hopefully raise the money to put up some permanent structures here, I think it would be pretty special to kind of have these kids come to a place that really feels like home to them and kind of have that feeling that I had when I was here.
Although the bubbles were only meant to last 12 to 15 years, they're now going on their 25th. And with programming bursting at the seam, Woods head pro Taylor Wayne explains that the new facility is needed now more than ever.
We're due for some new bubbles. Hopefully within the next year or so, the next couple of years, we can start to give Lincoln the tennis facility that it deserves.
Woods staff is planning for the new facility to bring tournaments and revenue to the city in hopes of developing Lincoln's next Grand Slam champion.
So for them to see somebody that started here just shows them that, with hard work, you can make a start, and you can make a start from here.
In 2012, there were actually more military suicides than there were deaths in war. While PTSD is seen in staggering numbers of veterans, there's still a need for better resources, both for veterans and for civilians who want to give back to those who fight for freedom. If you or someone you know needs help, please visit the National Center for PTSD website or call the Veterans Crisis Line at 1-800-273-8255. The major campaigns track social media use, social media messages, and social media profiles. UNO's new social media lab has also been tracking social media this election season. Dr. Adam Tima joins us from the lab in the Community Engagement Center on the UNO campus. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Tima.